Recently, Sega has announced the creation of a brand new version of Sonic Mania, a physical release to be exact. But did you know that there's a physical release of Sonic Mania that actually exists inside the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition box set? Well, now I do, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to get it for yourself so that you can play it. Now, the first thing you want to do is open up your Sega Genesis Sonic Mania Collector's Edition box set. Yep, the whole thing, of course. And what you need to do is pull out your Sonic Mania Collector's Edition cartridge. Screw that metal card thing, it's totally useless. Next, you'll need this AtGames Sega Genesis console, but specifically this one from 2013, so if you will buy one now, it won't work.
Now, before we get into the whole convoluted stuff, I want to give a shout out to the person who created this method for getting the game, and that would be Sonic Retro user Hitlersauruschrist in a Reddit article that was deleted, sadly, like a day ago. I think I was one of the only few people to read it, and I think I'm one of the only people to actually successfully replicate it. And if you can't replicate it yourself, well, no worries, buddy. This gets really convoluted. First thing you want to do is pull on the actual game of Sonic Mania. Yes, it's all stored in that little strip, but you want to pull on that and open up the cartridge and remove the gold power ring that comes inside the cartridge. And what you gotta do is you gotta take a Jazzwares green Chaos Emerald, but specifically from this exact super set, the one after they had the corrected emeralds and then went back to the crappy ones. You know the one that came with corrected Eyes Sonic, but not corrected emeralds. It's weird, but yeah, you want to take this green emerald and fit it in the cartridge. This takes a while. And now that you have your cartridge all set, it's time to put it in your console.
So simply stick this baby in. Yeah. Now when starting up this console, you'll be immediately sent to the Sonic 1 port inside the AtGames Sega Genesis, symbolized by the weird music. Now what you need to do is play through all of Green Hill Zone, so just wait. This next part is a bit tricky. When you get to the end of Labyrinth Zone Act 1, you need to do this. The code illegal instructions should flash on the screen. And at this point, you need to remove your Sonic Mania cartridge and insert a Sonic Spinball cartridge into your Sega Genesis, and turn it back off, and turn it back on. Now, when the demo plays, you need to pull the cartridge out immediately when the screen fades to black. Now, since you inserted your Sonic Mania cartridge so quickly after Sonic Spinball, some Sonic Spinball stuff should still be playing. However, this won't be a case for long. Now, via the act of violently rattling your Sonic Mania cartridge in your Sega Genesis, the game should reset, and then you'll be sent to Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. Again, the AtGames port, considering the fact that the AtGames sound chip is still affecting the gameplay during this. Now, this next part is actually a bit interesting. Now, if you remember that little thing that we did back earlier, the code illegal instructions should flash on the screen. Yeah, you actually need to put the code at the end of the illegal instructions thing into the sound test of Sonic 2. Inputting the code properly will have the TV freak out for a little bit. Now, when the TV freaks out, don't fret. The TV's not actually off, and the game system isn't actually off. However, it does last for, and I counted, 4 minutes and 20 seconds of a black screen. So, while we're waiting, might as well do something else. So, while we're waiting for the TV to stop screwing around, let's look at this glorious box art. Huh. Includes 2 wireless controllers. Oh, I remember those. They never worked. The infrared sensors always intercepted each other during multiplayer games, and even single player was a hassle. 80 built-in games. Look at that. It's interesting that they have the not-for-resale copy of Sonic 1 listed here, because it's probably the only version they could get their hands on. Let's see, Sonic 2, Sonic 3... Wait a minute! Sonic 2's box art is completely wrong. And why does it have a T for T rating? Why does it have a T for T rating? That's it. This is stupid. 0 out of 10. Worst console ever. What I can say about this system is that it had a pretty sweet selection of games, but only 40 of the 80 are actual Sega games. The rest are created by AtGames themselves, assumedly, and let me just tell you, they deserve their own review. They're all terrible. I mean, who could forget such amazing original titles such as Curling 2010, Mahjong, Match 11, Mega Brain Switch, Fish Story, and Mr. Balls. Move over, Sonic 2. Mr. Balls has the T for Teen rating market completely cornered. One final thing to note is that they actually screwed up the box art on yet another Sega Genesis Sonic title. Look at this, Sonic Spinball for the Genesis. Doesn't look that screwed up if you haven't really seen the box art that much before, but if you actually owned the game, then you would know that this is not the correct box art. As a matter of fact, this seems to be a hybrid of the Genesis box art and the Game Gear box art, hence Robotnik's face up there in the corner, which was only featured on the Game Gear cover, not the Genesis version. Oh, thank God the wait is over. Well, now that we've looked at everything else in the box, let's see what we can do in Sonic & Knuckles, which has just started up on the Sega Genesis. Now, what you need to do here is activate the level select code for Sonic & Knuckles. And if you don't know how to do it, well, you simply press left, 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 right, 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 up, 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 on this first pulley here. It can't be on any other pulley. It has to be this one. And you gotta do it right, unlike what I'm doing here, where I just was freaking out and had no idea what was going on. But yes, eventually I did manage to get it to work. And you simply hold A and press start, and there you go. Level select. Now, what you need to do is select the first active Doomsday Zone, which is the actual Doomsday Zone. Selecting Act 2 will bring you to the final boss fight against the Egg Emperor, or as it's called. And you simply need to defeat Doomsday Zone in a fast enough time. And since I am indeed a Sonic god, I was able to beat this zone in a clean 3 minutes and 18 seconds. What a time to be alive. Now, during the end cutscene, you have to do something very important. This was actually not mentioned in the Reddit article, but I found this out myself while playing the game. What you need to do is, during this final cutscene, when the tornado turns to the left, you turn the system off. Another 4 minutes and 20 seconds of rethinking your life later, you'll be rewarded with something absolutely incredible. The Gullible Award. So yeah, this was just a little bit of a joke video I made. It was never real at all. So if you are feeling up to it, I have a little challenge for you. Make a video where you play a Sonic game, any Sonic game, and every time you jump, you say the words, ACS Wetnum 125 is a lying piece of trash, and upload it to your YouTube channel for all to see. And if you don't have a Sonic game to play, well then why don't you just go and buy some, you dingus? Like Sonic Mania. Man, that game is so good, you definitely need to invest if you haven't already. It's just so good, man, it's so good. It's so good, in fact, that I made a whole entire video tricking people who were too impatient to wait until Sonic Mania Plus comes out for them to get a physical copy. Seriously, if you haven't picked up Sonic Mania, who are you? It's only $20 digitally, and when Sonic Mania Plus comes out, it'll be only $30 physically. And Sonic Mania Plus comes with a whole bunch of cool stuff, like an art book, new characters, and more. So, yeah, you have no excuse. Play Sonic Mania, because it's a 10 out of 10 experience, guaranteed. Special thanks to Cybershell for making me come up with the crazy ideas I needed for this video.
this was a lot of fun to do, pulling off all the tricks and coming up with the little ideas for each of the steps that you needed to do. Though, there were a couple of steps that were kind of annoying. Like, seriously, the Labyrinth Zone glitch took me 17 tries to do, and once you play Labyrinth Zone Act 1 17 times in a freaking row, you've basically played it all you need to for the rest of your life. I don't actually think I'll be playing Sonic 1 for a while after this, just out of spite for Labyrinth Zone. But, yeah, this was a bit of an interesting video. So, I just hope you don't actually take it too seriously, unless, of course, you know, you want to. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life.